Here at the Northern Virginia Regional Science Fair, we have 3 different school districts represented today: Arlington County, as well as Alexandria City and Falls Church City Public Schools. We have 290 projects represented at the fair today and 349 students from these different schools, middle and high schools. And here in this part of the fair, we're actually representing some of the environmental projects, environmental science.
And the reason I did this was because food wastage is a big problem globally that we have, because it contributes a couple billion tons of greenhouse gases to our atmosphere, which is double the amount of the U.S. transportation industry. I took 5 sliced apples and I put them out at room temperature, and I covered 4 of them with different food wrappings.
The chlorine basically kills the entire cell.
And sometimes in the installation they talk about the R value.
Yes.
Did you take that into consideration? So what are the different R values of these?
Now, we can make this a lot more efficient by making the 2 coils resonate at the same frequency. So we can use capacitors to give them the same resonance.
Because I think of the magnetic field as a force.
Yes.
That is widespread.
Yes,
so I don't
very.
understand how a force can have a temperature.
We tested 2 different locations, Potomac and 4 Mile Run, and we took 3 water samples from each location.
We found that rain has a very big factor in decreasing the levels of bacteria, and that might be part of the lowering of the temperature, or it might have been part of the diluting of the rivers. So maybe the dilution of the rivers seemed to lower the bacteria count substantially.
Magnets have a force called magnetic lines of force, which is this, and they induce electron flow in a copper wire. So when you spin magnets around wire, it pushes the electrons with their lines of force in the wire, producing voltage and amperage. And these 2 are connected, and these 2 are connected, and the end leads are connected to the lights. There is no carbon footprint with this, and it's just using human power, and this could be attached to water or wind or anything, which generates electricity. Using magnets and wire, not like fossil fuels, which are very bad for the environment.
Compare these 2 gases and their effects in the atmosphere. So I can explain you how we did this.
Which is definitely really prevalent in our society right now, protecting from skin cancer and UV rays.
And then I recorded the energy generation for 6 minutes as a control.
So you can sort of see that here with your data. See how when the temperature was higher
Had
here.
like the, you know what? Kind of.
Okay.
And vibration motors.
You're reducing the pollution by using this method.
It also would decrease the traffic congestion because the cars would be back to back.
Oak created the greatest temperature change out of all 3 of the woods, and it has a higher BTU rating, which is the amount of thermal energy needed to raise 1 pound of water 1 degree Fahrenheit.
I was mostly looking at pH, but... So we tested the effect of acid rain on chlorella.
Chlorella, we use it to simulate just like other wildlife and plant life around the country.
And we found that it has a detrimental effect on the amount of light absorbed by the chlorella. Those treated with acetic acid, which lowered their pH between 4 and 3, absorbed 300% less light than those not treated with it at all, which means there was much less chlorella in that colony than there was with the control, which means it died off. And so if that's happening in our ecosystem caused by acid rain, then that's going to have an effect on the trees around it and the fish in the water and all the chlorella in it too, and all the algae.
And this can definitely show the detrimental effects of acid rain on wildlife and plant life.
So my project was the effect of a solar panel on heat absorption. My hypothesis was that less heat would be conducted when a solar panel was active, based off of the first law of thermodynamics. It would reduce heat into a house. So if you had solar panels on your house, it would reduce the heat absorbed, and that would also conserve energy.
It's really a great opportunity for these students to share their independent research with scientists who are currently working in these fields. Get to see what it is that our young adults are working on and talk to someone who knows a little bit about what it takes to break into some of these areas and can provide some support and guidance not only on their current research projects but ways to improve moving forward, and could build some relationships which could lead to great mentoring as we move down the road.
So now, well, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.